I've spent the last few weeks trying to be a different creator than who I'm meant to be. I had this whole plan. I'm going to do tutorials. I'm going to get some ranked videos, talk about Claude, talk about Canva, all this SEO strategy. And when I went to edit one of those tutorials, I was like, this is not me. This is not me. So I had this whole moment of, I need another rebrand. I'm basically on my fourth rebrand, and that's okay. That's okay because I need to be myself. I need to come on here, enjoy what I'm doing, enjoy what I'm talking about, and not feel like I'm trying to be somebody else. So if you're new, hi, I'm Ruben. I'm a project manager in my full-time job, and I have dreams of being a content creator, a YouTuber. Ever since the platform came out, I was like, I want to do that. And now I'm finally on a mission to make my YouTube dreams happen and hopefully inspire you guys to do the same thing. If that is your dream, I want to make some income from it, of course, and then build a community of people who are overthinkers. So talking about the overthinking problem, I used to be a TV reporter, and I went into that field because I said this would be a great way for me to stop being shy, to get myself out there, talking to people I would never talk to, and just get over myself, really. And so I tried it. I had this idea of who I wanted to be. I wanted my voice to be lower. I wanted to show you and report to you the hard news. But I really was better at feature stories, like those just fluffy kind of pieces. That's really my forte. And so a lot of people, and even people at my job back then, would say that just be yourself. Just talk to the camera. Just talk to a friend. And I just couldn't get myself over that hump of, well, the news is supposed to be about hard-hitting facts. So the whole time, I just tried to be somebody else, and I hated every minute of it. I don't want content to feel like that. I want to be myself. I want to show up, and for you to get the real me, I do want to script some things out and be strategic, but having a full script, delivering every line, and then editing it, that's just not going to work for me. I love creators who do that. I actually think like Callaway is an example of someone who is great at delivering to camera. And I've seen that his way of doing that, his method is to deliver line by line and then have his team edit it up. I tried it. It just didn't feel right. And then my videos, I felt like I was talking to camera for like 20 minutes and they ended up being like 3-minute long videos. So go and watch some of those videos that I've posted so far and let me know, do you prefer this whole me of just talking to you like we're friends? We're going to be friends. I think we're going to be friends because we have a lot of dreams and we have a lot of things and issues to get over. We got to get over ourselves and just post. So as I'm saying all of that, this is advice that you've heard many, many times, I am sure. But it is so, so true. This is what I figured out in the last month and a half that I've been posting. I didn't post last week, so I already failed at that, but it's okay. I'm here, I'm showing up. The one thing that is so, so true is that you have to hit record, you have to edit, and you have to post. That's going to be the best way to get over ourselves, to find out what feels natural, what kind of content we want to post, what do we want to be known for? Because if you spend so much time like I have, like really, I've been planning this for over a year and a half, like the type of content that I was going to post. And I'm learning Canva and I'm learning Claude and I'm learning all these things. So why not I show you that as I'm learning it, and then that reinforces my learning. No, 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 no. didn't feel right. I'm not a teacher. I thought I was going to be a teacher. In my first year of undergrad, I went for that field, but that's not me. That's not me. So the best way, I promise you, I know you've heard this a million times, the best way is to get in front of the camera, edit, post, and see what feels natural to you. And I'm going to keep the other videos up because I think it's a great exercise of there's content out there from me that is not the best, that I'm not the most proud of, but it's part of my journey. It's part of becoming who I really am. And we don't want to overthink this. We don't want to just dwell on our dreams and what we want to do. You know, we just got to do it. So, as part of being ourselves on camera, one thing you got to know about me, and you must have seen this at this point, the Target and Pokemon collection drop. That was my bag. That was my bag. I actually had this butterfly pin. It's a hair clip. Uh, but you know, the hair issue, we'll get to it at some point. I am planning to use these like on my pens, on my microphones, and just have fun with it. I grew up as a Pokemon kid. I had a Game Boy Color, I had a Game Boy Advance, and really the games that I would play on them were was Pokemon. I don't remember playing much of anything else. And so when I saw that Target and Pokemon were doing a collabo, and then they featured Joe Jonas, he did a great job with that campaign, first of all. It really hit at the nostalgia of it all. Like going to see the first movie with Mew and Mewtwo, two of my favorite Pokemon. And then I saw the Butterfree clips, uh, in that episode. I mean, if you grew up watching Pokemon, you know that is one of the most emotional episodes of them all because Butterfree is set free, and that's the best for Butterfree, and Ash had to get over himself and let that happen. And oh, such memories. So Target and Pokemon, they got me. I already showed you the clips. Let me show you a few other things that I got that I do want to put to use for some content and just for myself. So, got a notebook, College Rule, Mew and Mewtwo. And then this was the expensive one. This is a binder or a trapper keeper. Let's see how festive it is. And it's got folders for Mew and then a folder for Mewtwo. I really want to use this, and I am planning to take classes again. I'll share that story on another video of what classes. Um, so I want to put this stuff to use. I got another notebook. I'm huge into buying notebooks, buying journals, buying agenda books, to-do list, all of that. That's my bag. And so that's some of the stuff. I also got a Jigglypuff tumbler. One thing about the whole Pokemon drop, you saw, and you're gonna see on social media probably, that the scalpers, they were out there. They were really out there, and they were getting at this stuff. But you know, that's a side hustle. They're working their side hustle. They need money too. So fine. I'll let that slide, I guess. But I had fun getting up early this weekend, going over to Target to try to find this stuff, get my hands on it. Yeah, so one thing to know about me, and maybe a thing you'll keep seeing on this channel. Were you a Pokemon person or a Digimon person? Okay, so let's wrap this up. So we're gonna start posting. We're going to stop overthinking. And if you've spent months, if you spent years planning your strategy, using whatever AI to help you, great. That's good for you. But I promise you, I am proof that once you start taping yourself, recording yourself, once you start editing, and once you start posting, that's going to be the best way to figure out who you want to show up as, who the creator, who the creator is, who is the creator that you want to be. So just take that from me. I am building this channel and I love you for being here. If you made it this far, please subscribe, check in. That I want to have some like vocab words, like this is our check-in, the break room is underneath in the subscribe section or the comment section. But anyway, thanks for hanging out today. New check-in every Thursday. Oh, and yes, these are new prescription glasses. uh, I used to have 20/20. Now it's not so good. And yeah, the doctor said in a few years you're gonna need glasses, so might as well get them now. Lots of screen time during work and after work, trying to make this channel happen. So also new. Okay, bye-bye. See you next week. Maybe I